Aki Anastasiou, 702's tech guru. Thanks for joining us. Aki, you went to the Consumer Electronics Show recently in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Just got back beginning of this week. Tell us, I've been hearing so much about it. On my Twitter feed, I saw this CES hashtag 2012. What is the Consumer Electronics Show?
Well, it is what it is. It's called the Consumer Electronics Show. CES is what they call it. It is the world's biggest gadget and consumer electronics show. It's been running for 44 years, so this year was the 44th year, and it's a massive show. To give you an idea and scale of numbers, firstly, it's not open to the public, so it's only open to the press, it's open to analysts, open to people and buyers and that kind of thing. So it's very much an industry-based event. But to give you an idea of the scale of it, there were 150,000 people there. 20,000 products were launched and introduced, and there were 31,000 companies that were there displaying their products and doing sort of stuff. So it's just a massive show, and it runs for a few days, and in the few days that it runs, you cannot see everything by walking every single day. That's how massive the show is. And it's really the benchmark for the year where new technologies are launched, and in the past, technologies like the Commodore computer was launched at CES. VHS was launched at CES in the past. So these are the kind of technologies that are first launched at this show, and we see them coming out in later years.
Okay. And now, I mean, everyone talks about the CES, Consumer Electronic Show, people in the States. I've seen some of the technologies that have been demoed there. Why exactly is it so important in the tech world?
It's so important because it drives so many economies, and you know, everybody loves gadgets, everybody loves technology, and everybody loves having the latest technology in their homes. So, you know, in the past, you know, probably a television would have been a big technology item that we would have had in our homes. But today, if you think about computers, you think about phones, you think about the internet, you think about flat panel televisions, all of those things, they're in our everyday lives. So it's important for these companies to launch these things. And from an industry perspective, I was reading a fascinating statistic. They're saying that this year, 2012, consumers will spend $1 trillion worldwide on technology. And you can just see that it's a massive climb, so it's a big business out there, and the companies are going all out to grab that consumer, and it's very competitive out there.
Talking about TVs, I've seen even in current stores in South Africa, we've got smart LEDs,
yes,
smart TVs. I encountered TVs about a year or so ago in the States where you could plug in your internet connections. So it would be, you could view Facebook and all your social media on the same screen that you're watching a DVD on or a movie.
Yeah.
What were some of the TVs that you encountered at the show?
Well, television was big again this year. Now, in the past 2 years at CES, and last year in particular, 3D was a big hype, you know, and there was a massive, you know, uptake in 3D, but it didn't take off as well as they expected it to take off, and I think that it's primarily due to the content that's available. There's not enough 3D content, and of course you had the passive and the active glasses. You know, I think that's one of the big barriers of 3D TV is those glasses that you have to wear, and I think that in time to come, in the next couple of years, they're working on that technology where we won't need glasses to enjoy 3D. But coming back to this year's show, 3D very much took a back seat, and what you saw was panels that were coming out with 3D built in as a standard. But where it got really exciting this year, and the big hype this year, was the ultra-thin televisions. LG introduced a 55-inch OLED television, which is organic light emitting diode. That's what it stands for. And I mean, if you can imagine 4 millimeters, that's how thin these TVs were. So they were really ultra thin. Samsung came out with another 55-inch, also very, very thin television. Sony introduced a different kind of technology similar to OLED, and they also introduced a 55-inch panel. And essentially what you're getting is these televisions today are much smarter. As you correctly said, Twitter, Facebook, all of these functionalities are coming to the TV, and the TVs now are smart. They're not just taking a satellite dish code, what do you call it, signal coming in and you're watching television. Today, you're able to view your pictures on the television. You're able to, you know, have a Skype conversation with other people, and these apps are now coming onto televisions. So TVs are now becoming very smart, and content is being streamed directly onto the television. So the beauty about this is you will be able to watch what you want, when you want, and you know, whatever you want to watch. And you'll be able to just press a button, hire a DVD, listen to me, I'm still calling it a DVD, hire a movie, and it will be streamed directly onto your television. So that's the big change, and you're going to see broadcasting corporations and your traditional television, the way it's being broadcast, that's all about to change, Sheldon.
Something I want to get to is two of the products that really caught my eye, and I think will be critical in the South African market. But before that, you mentioned being able to, you know, stream a movie, being able to get your Twitter. I'm a bit of a technophobe at times. Once I get used to a product, I know how to use it. It sounds to me as if I'm going to have a lounge with 12 different devices, a TV, a box for my internet, a box for possibly my satellite TV feed, a box for my, you know, for my gaming, whatever. Is that the reality? Is it going to become more?
No, I think it's all going to be converged into one eventually. You're obviously going to have your game console separate for now, but that TV is going to act as your internet connection. It's going to act as your hub where you store all your media. For example, all the photographs that you take, all the video that you take. I mean, Samsung also demonstrated this new camera that all the photographs that you shoot will automatically go up automatically onto your TV, so you're not going to have to worry about, oh, if you lose your camera or whatever. The photographs get automatically uploaded, which could become problematic on some of the honeymoon photographs, but let's not go there. But anyway, this is a kind of technology, it's all converging into one device, and those televisions are now, technically, they're almost like computers. It's your main media hub for everything.